So I'm getting this insight, I guess, of, so here's a this is 1 minute. Is what we're measuring, basically. So this right here is a high frequency wave. Because, okay, and this is a lower frequency. And what I was trying to say is that all these little bits here, you can hold more information in all these little niches right here. This is a lower frequency, so with the lower frequency, it holds lower information. Then this is let's see. This is a high. Loud. Let's see if I have enough room here, but so the higher the wave, that's how the loud, you know, how big it is. So this is loud. So what the insight that I'm getting is that since we are made out of frequencies, if like if you're in the frequency of sorrow would, you know, this is the vibrational scale or whatever. This is let's say if sorrow which is, or I think shame is the worst one. Shame. Low frequency. Right, and then, so that's at the bottom of that scale. Shame is low frequency. I think, well, I know joy is up here. Joy, somewhere up here. Joy. high frequency. That's on the consciousness scale. So as you can see, joy, if joy is high frequency, you can hold more information in those states. If you're in sorrow, you know, can't hold that much information, because everything depends on the medium. If you're the medium and you are in sorrow, that is your frequency, then you're going to hold less information than if you're a medium that's in high frequency. You're just going to hold more intelligence or knowledge or whatever it is. So what I was saying about experiencing lots of pain and sorrow, so if you can, like, if you are in sorrow down here, let's see, like this, no wait, shame. But what I'm drawing is in the line that is the individual itself. So if I am the line that I'm about to draw, and let's say that I'm in the frequency of like shame. So shame. So that's shame. If I can be at shame at the bottom of the consciousness scale and experience the worst type of shame, sorrow, all those emotions, and I can somehow get out of them, you know, overcome them, wait, because they have to be the same, you know. Peace. Then I can go from here to here. You know, if something, I can go from here anywhere on that scale at my will, because I have mastered that. If I am able to master that, then that makes my what I'm getting is that it makes it louder. It makes it louder. It makes you more powerful, more able to control the you know, like mastery over the elements, since we have silica, which is a semiconductor, you know. And we are electrical beings of some sort. So if you can master the emotions of this, then you as a human being you can basically, when you do that, like, it amplifies it somehow. I don't know how, but this is so. It makes you more powerful, as in amplification. So it makes it like this, like that would be your shame. So this would be like shame, low frequency. And let's say like, peace again. Peace, high frequency. But where this is over here, it's less loud, less power, and when you master it, it becomes more loud, more power over the elements and things like that, like silica and other elements that we have. And if you can master that consciousness scale, I don't have a printed thing of it, but if you can master that, then that's that would be the benefit of going through pain and things like that. Because, and then I'm getting something, but I can't illustrate it. I would have to have, but it also, maybe that's what it's trying to tell. Is what it gets like carved in, like perhaps the more you're in the shame, the more you're in it, and the more you suffer, it gets like carved in.
Right, like that. Is this another?
This is another dimension of it, right? That I would have to do a sculpture or something, but it's, if you can imagine this being carved in. Imagine this being a rock and I'm carving this in. It's carved into, wherever, into things we can't really see, or I can't see, or something. So that's more carved in. The more, the longer time you were in there, the more sorrow, the more carved in. More deeper carving. And this in itself, these waves, when you do a wave, any type of wave, like in a lake or something, it's not that only that ripple. Like that ripple causes another ripple of another ripple of other stuff. So like these waves right here are not, they're causing other things to happen in other dimensions somehow. Like other things. When these things get formed, there's other things that are happening outside of that. They cause ripples and things happening, in other places. This is effects on other planes or dimensions or spaces or whatever you want to call them. So it makes you more powerful. If you've been through something very, very dramatic, painful, blissful, and whatever it is, but especially you can go through the scale of consciousness, and you are able to control it. That's what gives, and not even that, just even being through something very shameful, low frequency, just having have gone through that, carves it in, causes like a whole bunch of, it makes you more powerful. Yeah, it makes you more powerful. And if you are able to master these, it's just more powerful. Even if you stay in a low frequency, it's still powerful. But it's the awareness and the going through of the pain that causes this power. How deep you were in that sorrow, how you felt it. If you were numbing it or not feeling the, if you didn't really experience it. I mean, that's why they say like, oh, you have to experience. Ooh, I shouldn't have done that, because that's a little jewelry thing. So I'll find it. So that's why they say you need to feel the pain, and I've always I don't like to feel pain, obviously. So it just, I guess it didn't make sense until now. I thought, why do I have to feel the pain? Can't I just want to get out of it? But I guess when and it's alright, just, it'll, as long as you know that it'll eventually go away. That's for me. Okay, you can sit in the pain, but don't let it be forever. So, and if you are able to reach, the peace and high frequency and totally feel it, then that ends up being carved in somewhere, and then it sends all these little ripples. Whatever it is, it makes you more powerful. That you can. I think I was getting this information that you can control the elements. For example, we have silica in our bodies. So whatever elements might be in our body, I'm not completely sure about this. I'm getting this information right because I'm getting it, but it's just whatever is present in our bodies when we are going through these things, that is part of our being, of our bodies. So we master that because it's all part of us. The minerals, the stuff, and I'm even getting the mercury. For example, I have, the mercury fillings. So even if you have mercury in your body, when you're going through these things, and you are able to control this, then you have mastery over mercury, which maybe means that maybe you could talk to Mercury, and but for sure silica, you can maybe program. You are able to program ships somehow. I don't know how, but that's what I'm saying. Like, you would think, what would I benefit from having control over an element? Well, you have the ability to control silica, computer chips. And I'm not sure, but I think that might have been how I mean, I have the video where I prevented a spacecraft from cloaking, because I think whatever element they were in, I have mastery over that element. It might be maybe silica, perhaps, what they were using to try to cloak themselves. Well, I have mastery over silica more than they do. It depends, if you're, it could even be like, I'm not trying to battle anything, but you have a being who is not that carved in, who doesn't have, is trying to control silica, and then you have a being who has been through this like you would say, horrible feelings, low, super, uber, low consciousness for a long time, lots of suffering. That's your benefit. You can, I would, unless that another being has been through, the being who has, I have more power because I have this, maybe that other thing didn't, is what I'm thinking. That would be the benefit of having mastery over something, and that would be a benefit of having pain and deep pain and suffering. But you have to get out of that. Well, you don't have to. It would be beneficial to get out of it and go into the high frequency and experience that, because when you're in high frequency like this, you can see this is 1 minute. So if we have a lifetime. I think our lifetime is, we're supposed to live longer, but however, it doesn't last for all of eternity, our lifetime here. So if you have a minute and you want to know how to do more things and be happier, things like that, it would be better. You would get for the minute, you would get more bang for your buck, or something like that. If you can hold all this information in here, you're more intelligent, you're smarter than if you have 1 minute goes by, and for 1 minute, this you get this one right here, low frequency, you get for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things of information. This is low frequency. This is an example, of course. I mean, yeah. So, and in the same minute, this is the same loudness. These are supposed to be the same loudness. So in the same minute, you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and a half, or 11 or 12 high frequency notches that all these things retain information and knowledge. So if you're in a high frequency, which is the states of joy and happiness, if you can do your daily stuff in that, you learn more and you acquire more insight on how to move along and what to do to make yourself happy, right? But if you're in a low frequency, you're only getting here and there a few things. So that's the whole point of being in the high frequency. If you just want to get more information, things like that, that's the whole point. But there is the benefit of suffering. That is for sure. Your suffering was not in vain. Now you have a benefit of something that you have suffered through, and something so painful, and you wonder why. Well, here's a little bit of a reason why, of what you can do with it, and not just think that it was for nothing, because there is something about it. This is the little bit that I'm getting that I could explain, but there's more deeper to it, and maybe you'll want to look into that. So yeah, that's what I got.